It was a large apartment. It probably took up like maybe a third of a whole floor. The style of the apartments was very similar to what you would see in Miami, but they weren't Miami. They were 2 stories, and kind of like the top stories looked like were similar to like where you would imagine a hotel because they had like a bar going all the way across and one big long walkway. But it was all white, and it was 2 stories, very spacious. And I was at home relaxing, watching TV, and my home was very similar to the childhood apartment that we lived at in Pine Chapel. The location and everything was the same, except it was a floor above. And again, it was all white. The exterior was all white, and there was a black, like, iron fence or a gate that went all the way down the front. And I was sitting there just relaxing, watching TV, and I heard a knock on the door. And then the knock got louder and harder, and all of my windows were wide open. So I stood like right in the corner beside the door and the window so I couldn't be seen. And the person was banging like really loud. Then they were actually trying to get into my apartment, and they kept banging and banging till the door came almost off the hinges. And the person on the other side was a small statured black guy. Like he was literally smaller than me in height. He was like maybe 5'3", probably 5'2 3/4, sincerely. His brown skin was a little bit richer than mine. Very, very short, curly hair. He had on blue jeans, like some type of boots. I don't remember. I think they were black boots, boot shoes or something. And then he had on a shirt that was probably a black t-shirt and a black leather jacket. And when he came in, I don't recall, I don't know what he wanted or what. He tried to come in, but I kept blocking the doorways. So we were out on the front. And I was like, who are you? You know, what do you want? Who are you? And he wasn't giving me any information. And finally, I was like, this is ridiculous. This guy's so little. So I was trying to tell him, leave me alone. And we were like in a little struggle. So I, this is a dream now. Okay, I wouldn't do this in real life. But I picked him up and tried to throw him over the balcony. And he hung on a little, then he fell. And when he fell, I guess the neighbors and stuff that came and started coming out the house. They weren't going to do anything. They were there before he fell. They started coming out and went downstairs to talk. They heard and saw what was going on, but they, quote unquote, minded their business. They went downstairs and were just talking, and the neighbors were like a fat black light skinned woman with one of those hair bonnet things on, and you know, that type of thing, right? They were black people, like lower middle black people, or high poverty, higher end poverty, or higher low black people. But so then he ran back up the stairs towards me again, and his eyes were a little funny. Like, remember, I don't know if y'all saw when I did a dream vlog a few days ago, my eyes turned completely black. I was like, what the heck? I said, is that my imagination? But I went back and looked at it. It did for a brief second. It was like completely black. But one of his eyes turned really black, like he had a, and it was in front of my eyes, like he had a black eye, and the eye pupil was just covering the whole thing, and the other eye was normal but squinted. It was really weird. So I don't know what he wanted, but I don't know how I got to the next part of the dream where I was going to lunch or something, and it was almost like a school cafeteria. I don't know what kind of place it was. But when I went in there, they were serving breakfast, but it was like pepperoni pizza and something. I don't think you had to pay for it. And actually, it was a college campus because I remember seeing a sign where someone was looking for a roommate. There was like a registration hall and whatever. And I was supposed to go to lunch later. And I think I had already, my lunch is prepaid. But I don't remember the whole dream. That's what I remember. But the guy that was banging down my door, that was so small and so clean. He was small, looked like a little chocolate chip, but he stood out in my mind. Like, what did he want? I don't know. And the scene was so pristine. Like, you know, I was really just relaxing, which I've been like a couple days, like past few days. But it was really, really weird. It was very it was a nice dream, even though that guy came. I have no idea what he wanted. But anyways, peace out.